You probably love gummy candies, those gelatin bears and other shapes. Did you know that while enjoying another gummy bear, you're basically eating the skin and bones of cows and pigs? Gelatin is a product made from livestock waste, including skin, bones, and cartilage. To turn these ingredients into gelatin, they are treated with acids, alkalis, and high temperatures. As a result, collagen is formed, which then turns into this versatile ingredient. Have you ever wondered how gummy candies keep their chewiness? Answer: processed animal tissues. It's shocking, that's not all. Some industries use chemicals to clean raw materials. And although their quantity in the final product is minimal, the fact of their use may raise questions among consumers. Fortunately, there are alternatives. Seaweed agar or fruit pectin can replace gelatin in almost any recipe. They're safe. They're suitable for vegetarians and vegans, and you'll definitely know that there are no hidden ingredients in your sweets. Golden and delicious nuggets are associated with juicy chicken meat. But the reality behind their production is shocking. Instead of whole meat, processed chicken scraps are used, including skin, tendons, cartilage, and even small bones, ground into a paste. This mass is generously flavored with artificial flavors, flavor enhancers, and stabilizers to create the illusion of real chicken. In labs, they also find the perfect balance of salt, sugar, and fats to make the product addictive. One popular experiment showed that some nuggets contain less than 50% chicken. The rest is fillers and chemicals. Want a healthy alternative? Make nuggets at home using natural chicken fillet, breaded with breadcrumbs and spices. Sausage is one of the most popular breakfast foods, but its ingredients might make you rethink your habits. Instead of quality meat, cheap options use cartilage, sinew, skin, and offal. These ingredients are ground up and mixed with fat, starch, and flavorings to create a uniform mass. Add sodium nitrite to this, a chemical that gives sausage its appealing pink color. However, when heated, these additives can turn into carcinogenic compounds, nitrosamines. Some studies have linked regular consumption of processed meat to an increased risk of cancer. Alternatively, buy sausages from trusted manufacturers with a transparent composition or prepare homemade versions from natural meat. Behind every chocolate bar lies a dark story that few people think about. Children from 5 to 6 years old. They work on plantations where they collect heavy bags of cocoa, often earning just pennies. Or sometimes nothing at all. Another problem is the use of palm oil, which replaces natural cocoa butter. Mass palm cultivation is destroying tropical forests, disrupting ecosystems, and threatening endangered species. Opt for labeled chocolate. Fair trade helps support producers who care about fair wages and working conditions for their workers. Sausages are a tasty snack, but their ingredients are far from appetizing. The base consists of leftovers from meat production, skins, tendons, byproducts, and even fat. All of this is ground down to a uniform mass, which is further enhanced with chemical additives. The troubles don't stop there. To maintain color and extend the shelf life, sausages are treated with sodium nitrites, which are also used as preservatives. These substances, when consumed regularly, can increase the risk of developing serious diseases, including colon cancer. An alternative: look for sausages labeled 100% meat. Avoid the cheap options and prefer homemade recipes. Everyone loves ice cream, a refreshing and delicious dessert that is hard not to love. But did you know that some types of ice cream might contain a secret ingredient derived from insects? Carmine, a red dye often added to ice cream and other products, is made from crust females. Cochineal is a dye that gives a rich red color to strawberry or raspberry ice cream. Manufacturers use it because it is considered natural. But who would want to find out that their favorite ice cream is colored with an extract from insects? On top of that, industrial ice cream often contains palm oil, which replaces dairy fats, as well as stabilizers and emulsifiers, to keep the product light and creamy. For those who want to avoid such surprises, homemade would be the ideal choice. Ice cream, made from natural ingredients. Orange juice is often associated with health. But what you buy in the store has little in common with freshly squeezed oranges. After being squeezed, the juice is pasteurized and stored in huge tanks where it can last for up to a year. How does it stay so fresh? The secret lies in the flavor additives. After pasteurization, the natural flavor disappears, and manufacturers add artificially created flavoring agents to bring back the familiar taste. Another issue is sugar. In some natural juices, the sugar level is comparable to that of soda. For maximum benefits, choose freshly squeezed juice or eat whole oranges to get all the vitamins and fiber. Milk has always been considered a staple in the kitchen, a symbol of health and strength. But what happens on many farms where it's produced can really change your mind. In industrial production, cows are often kept in cramped spaces. They are fed artificial additives to boost milk production, and sometimes antibiotics are used to prevent infections. Some studies show that milk can contain traces of antibiotics, growth hormones, and other substances. And not to mention that milk undergoes ultrapasteurization, which destroys not only bacteria but also some of the beneficial nutrients. If this bothers you, try organic milk, produced on small farms, or plant-based alternatives such as almond, oat, or coconut milk. Potato chips are a popular snack, but their production turns simple potatoes into a real chemical cocktail. When frying, potatoes absorb a huge amount of oil, which drives their calorie content up to sky-high levels. But that's not the worst part. At high temperatures, acrylamide forms in chips, a substance that can be carcinogenic. And don't forget about flavor enhancers, like monosodium glutamate, which can be addictive for some people and even cause headaches. If you can't give up chips, try making them at home. Slice the potatoes thinly, drizzle with olive oil, and bake them in the oven. It's much healthier and tastier. The unchanging sidekick of fries and burgers. But do you know what? Behind its sweet taste lies a huge amount of sugar and chemical additives. Some popular brands contain more sugar than soda, and vinegar and thickeners replace real tomatoes. Even worse, dyes and preservatives give ketchup its bright color and long shelf life. But they can be harmful to your health. For example, artificial sweeteners can sometimes cause allergic reactions. To avoid such surprises, choose organic ketchup or make it at home from fresh tomatoes. Spices and minimal sugar. Fish sticks seem like a quick and convenient way to add seafood to your diet. But their actual ingredients will surprise you. Whole fillets are made from low-quality fish or its remains, tails, heads, skin, and small pieces. All this is ground into a paste, which loses almost all of its beneficial properties. To make the product attractive, starch, salt, flavors, and colorings are added to the mixture. One of the most shocking facts is the low content of real fish. Sometimes less than 40%, and in cheap options almost. It's completely replaced with additives. But that's not all. Frying turns the sticks into a calorie bomb. And the oil used in factories is often reused to the point of being saturated with harmful trans fats. Want an alternative? Choose whole fish fillets, baked or steamed. It's both tastier and healthier. Chewing gum might seem like a harmless pastime, but its ingredients are concerning. The base of most chewing gum is synthetic rubber, which is also used in industry. This material is not digested by the body, so the gum simply passes through your digestive system. Complementing this are artificial sweeteners such as aspartame and saccharin, which some studies have linked to potential negative effects, including impacts on the nervous system. To keep the gum fresh and shiny, it is coated with silk. It's a substance derived from the secretions of cochineal insects. Alternatively, try natural resin-based gums such as chicle. It's a natural material that's safe and doesn't contain synthetic additives. Again, many diets, but what you buy in the store is far from the traditional recipe. To reduce cooking time, manufacturers use dough improvers such as L-cysteine, which is derived from poultry proteins. Whether it's feathers or human hair, this ingredient helps make bread soft and airy, but few people want to know where it comes from. Another issue is preservatives that extend shelf life. Some of them can affect the gut microbiome. In cheap bread, artificial flavors and sweeteners are also often used to hide the poor quality of the raw materials. If you want to avoid such additives, choose bread from local bakeries that use natural ingredients, or try baking it at home. It's not just healthier, but also tastier. Fruit yogurt seems like the perfect snack, but its naturalness is often misleading. Most fruit-flavored yogurts contain minimal amounts of real fruit, if they contain any at all. Instead, they use flavors, artificial colors, and gelatin capsules that imitate fruit. The sugar content in such yogurts can be so high that their caloric content approaches that of confectionery products. In some cases, a serving of yogurt can contain up to 6 teaspoons of sugar. It's better to choose for your health natural yogurts without additives and mix them with pieces of fresh fruit. This option will be healthier and let you control the amount of sugar. Plastic water bottles look safe, but in reality, they can pose a threat to your health and the environment. One of the main substances released by plastic is bisphenol A. This chemical is released especially actively when the bottle is heated. For example, when it's left in a car under the sun, BPA can affect hormonal balance and is linked to an increased risk of certain diseases. In addition, plastic bottles add strain to the environment. Billions of these bottles are thrown away every year, and only a small percentage gets recycled. The production of these bottles also requires a huge amount of energy and resources. Want to avoid these risks? Use reusable glass or metal bottles and filter water at home. It's not just safer, but also more economical. Brightly colored candies often attract the attention of children and adults. But did you know that their brightness is achieved through dyes that may not be so harmless? As it seems, one of the most famous dyes is carmine, obtained from crushed cochineal insects. It's used to create a rich red color. Other popular dyes, like tartrazine, yellow number 5, and blue number 1, are made from petroleum products. Some studies link them to allergic reactions and hyperactivity in children. Candies also often contain artificial flavors that only imitate natural tastes, as well as large amounts of sugar, which are often replaced with harmful sweeteners. If you want to enjoy sweets without harming your health, choose candies with natural colors, such as beetroot, spinach, or turmeric extracts. Or how about trying to make sweets at home? This will allow you to have complete control over their ingredients. Bright cans promising wings and endless energy hide a dark reality. The main components of energy drinks are caffeine, up to 300 milligrams per can, which is equivalent to 3 cups of coffee, taurine and synthetic stimulants like guarana. But the main threat is the sugar bomb. One can contain up to 14 teaspoons of sugar, leading to sharp spikes in insulin and an increased risk of diabetes. Research shows that regular consumption of such drinks is addictive, and their mixture with alcohol. This is a common practice at parties, which increases the risk of heart attacks and nervous system disorders. In 2019, the FDA reported several deaths related to caffeine overdoses from energy drinks. Alternatives include natural sources of energy, like water with lemon and honey, freshly squeezed juices, or smoothies with oats and nuts. They're not only safe, but they also fill your body with vitamins. Packaged soups are marketed as homemade, but their ingredients look more like a lab experiment. The base of the broth often consists of hydrolyzed proteins derived from soy or corn that have been treated with acid, monosodium glutamate E621, to enhance the taste, and preservatives such as sodium benzoate E2011, which can damage the DNA of cells. Another secret: dried vegetables. After freeze drying, they lose up to 90% of their nutrients, and their flavor is restored with flavorings. A 2020 study found that some soups contain twice the daily recommended amount of salt, which can lead to hypertension and kidney diseases. Healthy choice: make soups from scratch. Frozen vegetables, natural meat, and spices. For quick options, use homemade broth stock from the freezer, so you control every ingredient.